Welcome again. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Isabella from Sacred Light Alchemy. I'm the founder and owner of Sacred Light Alchemy. Tonight, as I said, we are going to do a circle for the new moon in Aquarius that is going to happen tomorrow, depending on the time zones. It's either in the evening or during the day. So we are going to get into it in a moment. But first, as I said, I want to welcome you. For those of you that are old, for those of you that are new and watching my video, I'm going to, as always, mention what we are going to do tonight. What is the timeline of what we are doing? And usually we are going to create a sacred space that is, let's say, helping us to concentrate and center and to be in our power, and also feeling safe in order for us to open to what the answers, the awareness, and also the healing that can take place during this circle. Okay, so opening the circle, as I said, then I'm going to go through of what is the new moon in Aquarius, and how it's happening, what are the aspects astrologically speaking, as well as for all the 12 signs from Aries to Pisces. We are going to see how these signs are being affected. Also, every time I'm doing these timelines, I'm also putting down in the description after this session the timestamps, so you can also go directly to that section. Okay, after that, after the astrology notes, we are going to do a clearing meditation that is going to allow us to be more of a clear channel in order for us to receive the energies of this new moon, and also be open to receive everything that we are ready to receive. Okay, sometimes depending on where we are in our healing and ascension journey, we can get different, let's say, different stage. We are at different stages, so we are also receiving depending on where we are at on our journeys. Okay, and then I'm going to usually pull an oracle card that is going to tell us the overall energy of tonight, but not only for the new moon in Aquarius, for the collective. Okay, and then closing the sacred space so that everyone is closing their layers, their structures, so that you also go outside this space and feel protected. Okay, amazing. So let's proceed. We are going to first close the eye and hands in prayer, please. And just listen to my invocation. To the south, to the west, to the north, to the east, to the Mother Earth and to the Father Sky, and to all light beings that are here with me, to all the guides, to all the ancestors, and everyone that need to be here, want to be here, and can be here from the light. I want to ask Archangel Michael and the Lords of Karma, or the Angels of Karma, to protect us, so that in this space only truth, love, and light can enter. Everything else is going to be transmuted and alchemized in the light and in the divine love. Amazing. And now I also want to ask our higher selves to be with us, to connect. We connect with our higher self, and to be able to be more centered and present into the now moment. Slowly, we are opening our eyes. And at this point, as I said, I'm going to start with the astrology for the new moon in Aquarius. You can either close your eyes and listen to what I have to say, or you can also take notes and see what and how things are going to happen for you during this moon cycle, which is around 28, 29 days. And what is going to be like a trigger for you, or how things are going to be manifesting for you. I remind you that this is general, okay? This is a collective, let's say, energy. I'm going to go a bit in more general, in more specific energy when I'm going to talk about the specific sign and how each and one is going to be affected. But for now, I'm saying general as a collective. Okay, so starting with the new moon, I always start with mentioning, even if it's a repetition, mentioning what is a new moon. A new moon represents a new moment of creation, right? A new start of a new project, of a new lifestyle, or of a new way of being, or of a renew in some form or somewhere in our lives. Sometimes maybe something more radical or drastic, but sometimes it's just a small, let's say, sector or domain or area in our life that is affected and is getting renewed. And with the new moon in Aquarius, what the energy is telling us is that we need to understand what is unique about us. Aquarius is very individualistic, let's say. Okay, so we want to see who we are and what we are at an individual level, um, who we are outside of our tribe, outside of our family, and who we are as a piece of the puzzle that wants to collaborate and also come and bring something into this world. And that is happening. That is happening now, or the energy is triggering us in some way to find this, to understand this. So maybe some of you have dreams, some of you maybe are challenged to understand that. Maybe you have. Energetically speaking or emotionally speaking, you have a tough time of understanding yourself, or you don't like some of the things that you are doing currently. And that's actually an invitation from the universe of looking inside of yourself and finding what is real to you, who you are at your core, and what is unique to you that you actually need to bring in this world. Okay, that's, as I said, it's something general, but also the general thing happens for us at an individual level. Okay, amazing. So, as I was saying, the new moon happens, astrologically speaking, but also astronomically speaking, when the sun and the moon come together. They are very close, let's say. Okay, so that in astrology is called a conjunction. And when the sun, which represents the masculine part of us, and the moon, which represents the feminine part of us, are coming together, they form something like what we call a sacred marriage, or a union to start the creation process. Okay, because we cannot create something without both of these energies in this life, or in this space where we are. We cannot be just masculine or just feminine. Okay, we need both of these energies in order for us to create. And that is the start of the process that I was mentioning. So that's what we are going to bring, or that's what we are, let's say, triggered by the universe to do in this cycle. Okay, and also what I wanted to mention is that the Aquarius, it's also a very humanitarian and maybe very prone to talk about a community of group or something that we feel that we belong in. Okay, but as I said, we can belong to a tribe, we can belong to a family, but if we are not our individual self in that collective or family, then maybe we are going to feel very strange in this period. Maybe we are going to feel a bit that we don't belong there. So that maybe it's the invitation from the universe to actually see who you are at your core, and maybe find another tribe or friends that may resonate more with who you are authentically and at your core. And some of you you are going to attract that tribe or those family members. That is the first, let's say, part of the astrology and the general about the new moon. And also I want to mention what I call the story on the sky at the moment of this new moon in Aquarius. Because I can mention things about the planets and tell you where the planets are or what the planets are doing, but the most important things in my view is that we understand this story. Okay, we see what the universe wants from us to understand, incorporate, or integrate, and do our work, right? Our healing work, understand where we are at on the journey, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we depending on the time zone or where we are in the world, things might be slightly different, but not so different of what I'm saying. So we have a stellium in astrology, it's called a stellium. So we have plenty of energy in Aquarius. We have the planet Venus, Mercury, the sun, the moon, and we also have Saturn there. So we have 5 energetic, let's say, planets or energetic beings that are helping us to find something that is, as I said, integrate this energy more into our life. And that starts with taking a step or a leap of faith. For those of you that maybe resonate with the tarot, we are called to start maybe something new, as in the card of the Fool, which is the 0 card in tarot. So you can also correlate or relate to that card in order for you to understand that maybe you need to start a new journey in your one aspect of your life, or maybe your entire life. Okay, so to integrate or to act in such a way that you don't know anything. Okay, it's kind of like erasing everything that you have done in a specific domain of your life, or everything that you have done in your life at large, and embrace this full energy. As I said, the Fool from tarot, which is the 0 card, that it's telling you to is telling you to embrace the unknown, to take the leap of faith, and embrace what you don't know, and feel comfortable in the uncomfortable. Okay, because we always tend to stick with what we want or what we know. We tend to think about ourselves that we are just in a specific way. However, this energy is telling us actually that we are not maybe just that. We actually need to go in a journey as the Fool in the tarot, and embrace this full energy, this adventure kind of or like energy, and just open ourselves to this new adventure, a new self that is going to learn something new, as I said, in our life as general or in a specific domain in our life. So it's a renewal, right? It's not just the new moon, it's also the energy of the full or the energy of Aquarius that it's telling us to embrace this newness. And yes, in order for you to do that, okay, in order to embrace the new or your new self that is going to happen in this journey, you also need to see what is you need to go to find something that is safe for you to have on your journey of this new journey, something that you maybe feel safe. For example, when I'm going on a journey, what do I need? Maybe I feel home when I bring with me a specific book that I resonate very much, or maybe a talisman, or something of luck from one of my family, my grandmother, my mother, and that or something, an object like a crystal, or something, an object that reminds me of who I am and what resonates with me at a deep level. Okay, because that's, let's say, that's our safety net. Whenever we feel very challenging, we're challenged in this new journey, we can go back and, let's say, take that comfort from that piece of self, or from that of a reminder that we are okay, that we are safe, that the universe is protecting us, that we can we have challenges on our journey, but we also have the comfort that is going to be needed, or is needed in order for us to move on this journey, on this beautiful journey. And yes, we need to take also responsibility in a way of how the actions that we are going to take are going to affect us, right, on the long run. But not to be afraid of mistakes, okay? Because if we are afraid of mistakes, then we are not necessarily creative enough. Maybe we should not repeat the same mistakes all over again. However, mistakes are welcome. Mistakes are the ways of us to learn things. So embrace the unknown, embrace the fact that maybe you are going to be not always right, and you need to open yourself to new energy that is going to give you something new. As I said, create in your life something new, including a new self, or embracing a new self. So that would be the general thing about the new moon in Aquarius. If something else comes to me and I'm being guided to mention it, I'm going to do it later on. But now I want to go and be more specific in what this energy and how this energy is going to affect each sign of the zodiac, which is, as I said, starting from Aries and to Pisces. And when I'm talking about these 12 signs, I'm also talking about the moon, the sun, and the ascendant. So if you guys have, for example, ascendant in Taurus, moon in Aquarius, and the sun in Taurus, I advise you, I recommend to look at all the signs that you have these three pillars in astrology, or the three big um, um, the big tree in astrology that let's say makes us it's the structure of us. Okay, so the moon, the sun, and the ascendant, depending on where are these planets in your sign, in your chart, right? What sign are they? You need to hear the messages for all of them, um, that I'm going to mention so that you get the full message. Okay, so starting with Aries. For Aries people, the energy is happening in the sector or the area of your life related to your dreams, to your plans, to groups, to association, to friends, but also where you are popular in the world. Okay, where you are where it can be popular, not necessarily like worldwide, but where you are popular, for example, in your job or in your craft or in the family or the community you live in. So things can change here drastically, or you're just going to start something new or go on a new trip or adventure related to your dreams. Maybe you need to review your dreams, or you have already, and you are going to see how these dreams are going to get come true with so much energy in Aquarius that we have currently. The universe is going to trigger us so much to embrace this newness, as I said, this full energy that is going into adventure, disregarding the fact that maybe hasn't done anything like that in their life, and just embracing the unknown. Okay, so as I said, this for Aries people, moon, sun, or rising, they need to see how they make their dreams come true, and that needs to be in a way of how your mind is thinking outside the box. So thinking outside the box. Then for Aries, for Taurus, for Taurus people, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, they have the possibility now to create something new, to start a new journey in their house of career, vocation, or status. They can either, and what that means in status, for example, if we are single, to be married, if we are including if we are married, to get divorced. So the change in status can affect us, can affect Taurus people, sun, moon, and rising in the coming moon cycle. So when I'm talking about moon cycle, starting when the moon is happening, which is going to be, as I said, tomorrow, count 28, 29 days. So it's kind of like a full moon, entire month. Okay, so they need to see how they are going to integrate this energy so that they find a different road in terms of their career, their vocation, and also embracing something new in their way of doing things in that area. Okay, that's what the universe is calling Taurus people to do. Then I'm going to go on with Gemini, which is the next zodiac sign. And for Gemini people, the energy is happening, the new moon energy, and of course, the Aquarius new moon is happening in their house of beliefs, their house of how they see the world, the lifestyle they have, and also how they understand life, but also what is their belief, like what is their religion, what they believe them. It can be religion, or it can be something completely like their morale, right? Like what do I believe in this life? So maybe now with the energy of Aquarius, Gemini people are going to think, oh, they are going to get like a trigger or an idea to think outside of the box and maybe embrace some new beliefs that were not necessarily happening because they were maybe closed mind, and they need to open their mind more in order to get that. And as I said at the beginning, when I was talking about the general collective message for the new moon in Aquarius, I was saying that we need to embrace a new journey that brings us the unknown, and also to see who we are as a unique individual in the collective, in the group, or in the family unit that we are in. Because if we are not belonging, or we don't feel that we belong in that family, group, or community, it means that we are not necessarily we might be good for as a general, or like a mentality, or ego prone, that we are good for that community, but we actually are not. Because if we are not in our true self, in our uniqueness, okay, we are not necessarily, we are doing a disservice to ourselves, and also to the group. So for example, Aquarius energy is telling us that we need to change our belief. So I'm still talking about Gemini, but also for some of you, the energy of Aquarius is telling us, okay, I need to see where I need to reinvent myself. What belief has stopped me from thinking that I'm less than what I am, or what belief or what role I played in this world, and it doesn't necessarily fit with who I am, in my core, who I am at a deep level. Okay, like who is my unique self. Later on, I'm going to also maybe mention a bit of about the dream that I had, because I usually have downloads of dreams before I do all these events, and the guides are telling me, or I'm working, let's say, with this energy ahead of time, so that I can do this for you guys. So as I said, for Gemini, they can also start a new journey in terms of, like, I don't know, moving to a new place. That by doing that, they have like they change their beliefs, so that they think differently about a certain country, or a certain people, and that is going to open their mind. And by opening their mind, they are embracing something which is higher and wider than what they thought they were. Okay, that was for Gemini. Also for Cancer. Okay, so as I said, I'm starting from Aries to Pisces. For Cancer people now, which means Sun, Moon, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, we can say about Cancer that their challenge, let's say, or their trigger, or their issues can be triggered in the domain of life, where it happens drastic transformation. Okay, we can face now death and rebirth kind of process for Cancer people. They can also see how they manage their resources in tandem with the energies from others. For example, if I'm in a workspace, or I have a partner, or I have a life partner, and or a business partner, I'm giving my energy, or I'm giving my resources to that specific relationship, right? So they are going to be triggered to see, okay, this energy or these resources that I'm embracing and talking about, and sharing in these areas of my life with these friends, this partner, or this job, am I doing, or am I overdoing it? Or should these resources go into something else that is more, let's say, to my own liking, to my own self? Sometimes we are so caught in who we are, or who we think we are, that we allocate these resources only to that specific to that specific aspect, or those specific aspects. And what I'm saying now, because we are triggered to start a new journey, we might need to retrieve some of the resources and put them on this new road of finding who we are in a specific area of our life, or overall in our life in general. Okay, so Cancer, as I said, resources that we have with other people, and also a lot of transformation. So for those of you that are doing already the healing work, or they are on their spiritual journeys, they can now heal more and transform more, and have this death and rebirth kind of a process, a phoenix kind of a rising, in order for them to go higher, right? To know about themselves and embrace the higher self more. For Leos, the energy is happening in the house of friendships, or the house of relationship, or the house where we are relating to other people, or what type of relationship we have with ourselves and other people. So with, as I said, with the energy of Aquarius, we need to be outside, think outside of the box, and say, if I don't like the way people are relating to me, or I don't like how I'm being treated, or I don't like how I relate to other people, or I don't like specific relationships, including partnerships, as I said, love connections, or jobs, friends, and so on. Right now there's like an epiphany, because Aquarius, it's also kind of a genius energy that it has, and something is going to show us and say, okay, I have the solution for me to have better relationships. And as I always mention, the relationship we have with others, it's usually the relationship that we have with ourselves. So we have attracted a specific relationship in our life because a part of us is, or is connected to the other person in some way, or we need to learn something to relate better in that connection. So now, as I said, with the Aquarius, we are saying, okay, there's a new energy that is coming and saying, okay, I'm going to embrace this differently. I'm going to know how I relate, who I am, at a deeper level, and how I need to relate to myself. What is good for me better, and what is good in terms of relationship with others. So it's a very nice energy, because I was connecting with it before this circle, this live, and now while I'm talking and expressing it, I'm connecting more and more, and I'm understanding how great it is. And if we connect, you guys, we connect with it, we can actually make very good changes and drastic changes in our life, specifically that we are entering, and we have entered the Aquarius age. So we need to connect with this energy more and more, and integrate it, so we are more in tune with what's happening in this ascension process that we are on. Okay, that was for Leo, for relationship and the way we relate. Okay, then we have Virgo. For Virgo people, the energy is happening in the house of your health, and your daily rituals, and the work that you are doing every day. Okay, so for Virgos, the energy is happening, as I said, in here. So we need to see how we're going to change the way our day-to-day things are processing. Maybe we need to do a detox. Maybe we need to remove something from the way we are doing, because it doesn't fit with us anymore. I was playing a role just to please someone or somebody in my life, and now it doesn't fit with me anymore. That's just like a relationship kind of a thing. But we also think about, let's say, our diet. If something doesn't work with us anymore, for example, I should not eat sugar because it's bad for me, because now I realize that is not good for me. Just by changing my diet, I can be a different person. Just by changing my diet, I can be a different individual. So I don't know, maybe fasting or juicing or anything that maybe now the universe is going to trigger me to do. I recommend you to start this new adventure, this new journey, so that you know, okay, so that you know and to find out what is better for you, what is higher than what you thought you were. So that was for Virgo. For Libras, for Libra energy or people, sun, moon, or rising, the energy is happening in the house of creativity. Our sexual energy, it's also very creative power, and also it's the creation right in the womb, especially for um, women, but specific, but also for men. Men also have, let's say, in the womb area, but not in their womb, right? In the outside, some they have this sexual energy, which is the creative energy. So for Libra people, sun, moon, or rising, they need to connect more with their creativity. They need to do something more creative. It can be something starting to cook, something that and in their cooking process, let's say, to embrace something new. Okay, to, I don't know, start a new learn a new recipe, or in that recipe to change it in some way that is more in alignment with what they are or what they like. Okay, it doesn't have to be things don't have to be set in stone. So as I said, Libra, to connect with their creativity, to embrace this creativity, and also to make a more, any experience more creative, to open this juice, and by embracing that, their whole body is going to be more in alignment, because the power of creativity, or when we are embracing creativity, we are actually more in alignment with higher parts of ourselves. Okay, amazing. For Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, we have the energy playing in the house or the sector of the chart, connecting to their souls, okay, or their specific house where they are living, the country, their home, can be their town. So what can happen now with the energy of Aquarius coming here, it can be like a full idea or a crazy idea to just relocate or move cities, move countries, or including move houses or refurbish everything in the house. So they can actually find themselves in a new space where they can create, where they can bring in the world something, as I said, a new self. Okay, whenever, for example, we women know better, when we have a baby that is in our womb, we create the space for that baby to come. So for Scorpio people, that's what exactly what's happening. You are creating the space for you to, as a self, to be birthed anew, and to create that space for you to have that newness, that higher self, and which is more, as I said, more in alignment, more unique to who you are specifically. For Sagittarius people, the energy is happening in the house of your communication, publicity, social media, newspapers, right? Everything that it has to do with public speaking. So this energy is happening here, and what is saying that you maybe need to find something more innovative and change the way you are communicating inside, internally with yourself, or outside with other people. Also embrace maybe a journey, literally a journey, like go outside of your city, outside of your country, and do like a short trip that is going to, as I said, make you understand that you are higher than you thought you are. For example, I'm just going to give a personal example. When I traveled in a different country, I always found something that it was new for me. I was acting differently, and that made me realize that I'm not just the person that I am in my hometown or in my home country. So that is giving you the opportunity to open up and grow. Um, that was for Sagittarius. For Capricorn, the energy is happening in the house of your values and resources. That means that some of your values and resources that you're using, and by resources, I'm talking about your time, your skills, your assets, everything that you own, let's say, that you are using to create your life. You might now realize that you are not putting, let's say, the efforts um, towards who you are, okay? Because you want to keep some of the things that you already have. You are seeing that your time or your skills do not go to the directions that you actually want to be, because you're not giving enough time to yourself or who you truly are at your core. So things might change now. As I said, these energies are triggering us, but we are the ones that are going to embrace it, or we are not going to embrace it. They are there for us to embrace, to connect with, to understand, to integrate. But we are the ones from our free will to either do it or not do it. Some of us are doing it more consciously. That's one of the way that we can do. Or some of us are doing more unconsciously. We can just see ourselves that we are doing the things that I was mentioning. So, as I said, changing your values. For example, when I'm spending money on something, because this is also the house or sector of money. When I'm spending money on something, I realize that I have a value, uh, because I'm changing that. For example, um, I'm paying for more money in my food because I value health, because I value people that are embracing a healthy lifestyle. So that would be my value. Okay, so for Capricorn people, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as I said, they can embrace a new value and see how they spend their money or their energy into a specific value that are going to find out that is more into to who they are, to their unique self. For Aquarius people, now these are the stars, let's say, of this new moon, because the new moon is in Aquarius. So for them, everything can change drastically in this moon cycle, which I was saying is 28, 29 days. So for Aquarius people, sun, moon, or ascendant, they can actually do a lifetime change, lifestyle change, which is very drastic or radical. And that can be moving to another country, changing completely their workspace, or changing completely where they live. As I was saying, each sector of their life can change drastically. And that, as I said, it's an energy that um, it's there, but we are the ones that it's either going to embrace this energy and make the change, take the leap of faith, embrace the unknown, or we are the ones that it's not going to do it. Okay, they are not going to do it. So depending on who you are and where you are in your journey, uh, different layers of these changes can happen. It can be just coming now the idea, oh, I want to move someplace, or I want to do, maybe just the idea, it's now, it's like springing, right? Because in the new moon we also set the intention, and also see them how they grow in the moon cycle. So this was for Aquarius, as I said. For Aquarius can be a drastic change, not necessarily for all the other signs, okay? For Pisces people, sun, moon, or ascendant, the energy of the new moon in Aquarius is going to happen in the house or the sector of their chart where I always say that it's God, where we find God, where we find the divinity in us, where we find our higher self, where we find our peace, where we retreat, and also it's the place in our chart where we also find our, let's call them demons, okay, or our fears, the things that we don't want to deal with, the things that we are afraid to recognize or embrace and reconcile. So Pisces people, sun, moon, and or ascendant, they can actually have now the possibility to heal very deep fears inside of their psyche, and also to connect with divinity more. Pisces in general are a very, let's say, prone to spirituality and connecting to their higher self and God. However, for those of you that are not necessarily doing that, you are going to be triggered to do that in some way and so forth, some sort and some form. So that can happen. Maybe you're going to be triggered in such a way to retreat inside of your own shell, let's say, because you find the world less welcoming, and now you want to be with yourself. And when you are with yourself, maybe you're not going to feel so comfortable with yourself. Maybe you're going to have some blocks or anxiety. What's happening is that you actually need to continuously ask inside of yourself to open up, to see what blockage is there, to meditate on it, and just trust that we all have help. Okay, we all have guides, we all have angels, we all have ancestors, we all have a higher self, that if we are constant enough, if we are diligent enough and organized or disciplined, we can always connect with them, and they are there to help us. They are growing because of us, and we are growing with their help. So they always want to communicate and make things easier, let's say, in that aspect. So I was talking about all the signs from Aries to Pisces, and how the energy of the new moon in Aquarius are happening for specific signs, moon, sun, moon, or ascendant. And I was saying at the beginning, and I'm going to do just a recap or a conclusion, that this energy is inviting us to say, okay, we need to start from zero. And some of us, we are going to start from zero in all aspects of our life, or just in one domain. For example, I'm going to say something, maybe we are going to be pushed by the universe to leave the country that we are. So that's drastic, right? That's radical. um, and for some of us, it's just a new journey or a leap of faith in a specific area of our life. This is the energy that is playing out, and it's either you already connected with it, which I have already, as I said, because I need to know what is the energy, so that I can help you. I can be of help in these circles that I'm doing. And then what are the for some of you, this energy you're going to be meeting in this moon cycle, which is 28-29 days, as I was saying, and I repeat it. Sometimes I repeat myself because our minds have different blocks, and repeating always brings the information into our consciousness, and it's like just integrate it better. So that's like the astrology for this new moon in Aquarius. We open the sacred space at the beginning. We feel safe. We are safe. Our angels are with us. Our higher self is with us. And for those of you that are watching and have popped out from the live, but also the ones of you that are going to see this in the recording, I'm telling you that we are very not alone. We are never alone. So if you always think about that, even if you don't see with your eyes someone close to you, it doesn't mean that we are not embraced, we are not loved, we are not helped by higher powers, higher energies that actually were in tune with us when we incarnated. So this is the astrology, as I was saying, for the new moon in Aquarius. I hope it was helpful for you. And now, as I was saying at the beginning, we are going to do a clearing meditation. Because the clearing meditation is going to help us to embrace the energy of this new moon with less blocks, with less resistance, and then we are going to be more in tune with all these energies and bring them and integrate them easier. Okay, so to do that, we are going to close our eyes. And I'm going to ask again Archangel Michael with the angels of karma, or the lords of karma, to be with us in this space and surround us so that only love, light, and truth energies can come to us. Everything else, everything that is dark, everything that is low energy, to just be pushed out from this circle and from this space and be transmuted and transformed, alchemized into the light. Okay? And first step in the guided meditation, I'm going to ask you to breathe deeply 3 times so that we are more present and connected to the body. 1, 2, and 3. Keep your eyes closed and your mind's eyes attentive to your body, to the present moment, to the now moment. Connect more with your heart, with your body. And again, we are going to invocate our higher self to be and join us in this guided meditation, this clearing meditation. And I want you to keep your mind's eyes on the top of your head, on the forehead, the eyes, nose, mouth, your neck area, the chest, your belly or stomach, your pelvic area, then going down on your hips, your knees, calves, ankles, and feet. Amazing. Now we are more connected to the body. Now we are more into the present moment. Now we are more connected. And I want you to move your eyes or your mind eyes into the heart space. And from here, I want you to visualize a light that is going down into the center of the earth, like a cord of light, just to ground ourselves more. Going deeper, deeper down into the middle or center of the earth. And then again, from the heart space, we are going to visualize another cord of light that is going up into the center of the sky, forming a big tunnel, like a cord of light. And we are in the middle of it. We are the channel that connects the earth and the sky. And now I'm going to invite Saint Germain with the violet flame to please clear, clean, and transform, alchemize everything that we are ready to transmute tonight. No more, no less. So visualize a very big violet flame going from your feet up and seeing yourself in this flame, this violet flame. And watch it burn everything that you no longer need, everything that needs to be transmuted, cleared from your life. Amazing. One more moment. Eyes closed, focus on the heart or the body. Stay in the present moment and let the fire flame to burn everything that we no longer need. Amazing. And now I'm going to also ask the light of the moon, the white moon. We have different moons, but I'm talking about the original, the mother moon, the mother moon. Okay? I'm going to ask Mother Moon to give us her consciousness, her light, and to bring it in our being on the layers that we are ready to receive. We are a being on different dimensions and different layers. So based on that, we are going to receive these energies where we are ready to receive it, on the layer that we are ready to receive it. And for some of us that are maybe lucky, we are also receiving it at the body level, which is, let's say, the most dense. Mother Moon, please send us your light, your consciousness, your energy, so we connect more with you, your feminine and your divine feminine energy. So that we know in this new moon cycle to create from our higher self, from the divine feminine energy. We keep going, leave the energies to come in, come in. If you feel If we feel any discomfort, breathe through that discomfort. And while the energies of the violet flame and the moon are transmuting and also sending the energies to be integrated, I'm going to ask you to set an intention or ask for an answer from our guides. What would you like to know? What answer you need? What intention you want to put into the universe for this new moon cycle. It can be, I want to transform a specific area of my life. I want to be healed of something. I want to embrace my higher self more. I want to be more disciplined. It can be anything. And if you don't get any answers back, just know that your prayers are answered. Just trust that in this process you always are embraced and you have the help that you need. And even if you ask a question and you don't have an answer just yet, just say, okay, I'm not sure about the answer, and I want you guys, my higher self or our guides, to let me know in the coming 2 or 3 days. You can also set the time that I want the confirmation to this question that I have. I want the answer more clear for me, please. Amazing. And we know also that this is a new moon, the first new moon in 2023. So we also maybe want to visualize what this whole year, how we want this whole year to be. So we can just visualize, we can set intention for it. How do I want to be? Maybe I didn't have the courage to be in a certain way, and now I want it because the universe is helping me. I want to embrace, change my career. I want to be a different person, maybe a better person. I want to change an attitude that I have. I want to be more abundant. I want to be more, I want to lose weight or I want to gain weight, depending on each and every one of us. And visualize, set the intention in your mind, in your body, and visualize. And let's set an intention collectively for the whole planet. Okay, we also want to think not just about ourselves, but also let's connect with the collective energy or the mother earth energy, and say what is your intention for Mother Earth or for this ascension path. How would you like Earth to be? What do you want to see more of in 2023 on Earth? Happy people, less stressed people, Mother Earth being cherished and loved, to be more peace in the world. What do you want for Mother Earth? Maybe you want Mother Earth to support you in some form, or some way, because you have a mission in this world and you need Mother Earth grounding energy for you to bring that into the world, to bring that purpose or mission in the world. Amazing. Beautiful. And also, if you have a dear friend or a dear family member, give them something, wish them something. I wish you to be more happy. I wish you to have the strength or the courage to leave that situation. I wish you to embrace something that is better for you. However, when we do that for someone else, we don't want to get attached to that, right? We don't want to control the situation. Just bring that energy of love and compassion to that member of our family or a friend, and just say, from my heart to yours, I wish that you can embrace this new journey in your life, whatever that is, whatever journey it is, whatever adventure that may look like. Amazing. Beautiful. And now we are going to get back our energy and be into the body more. Okay? Feel what is our how we feel now as opposed to the start of the meditation. Maybe we are more peaceful. Maybe we know now what we need to do. Just embrace that. Acknowledge that. Amazing. And I want you and I invite you to slowly move your feet and arm. Don't rush out of this state because you might feel dizzy. So slowly move your body and touch your body. And also slowly move your hands, and slowly open your eyes. Okay? Perfect. Thank you for those of you that are here, or for those of you that were here. And as I said at the beginning, I'm going to also extract an oracle card deck to give us the overall energy of the new moon in Aquarius and how and what to embrace. It's kind of like a guiding card. And this is the card that has popped out from the deck while I was shuffling. I'm going to also read it for you. So the card is Star Gathering. Look at this beautiful card. And it says, stars aligned, remembering home, soul, family. So beautiful. We were actually talking about the whole thing. And to embrace our unique self with the new moon in Aquarius, with this energy, in order for us to be more connected to our soul and soul family, right? Because some of us maybe do not resonate with where we are in the world right now, be it groups, family, or any other kind of a collective. Okay, so I'm going to read this card for you. Just a second while I'm finding it in the book. Star Gathering. Star gathering. Amazing. So again, this is the card I found. Okay. It says, there's something powerful about looking up into the midnight sky. Seeing that vast openness, we recognize that we are part of something that is beyond our understanding. Embracing the unknown, right? This card brings that feeling directly to us, that feeling of utter connectedness to the stars, where we fall in and out of the dream state and wonder about the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Star gathering is a powerful card. It's the energy of home. Before we joined the cycle of life as a human being, we were part of the cosmos. And that feeling of being connected to the stars is a memory of what we were before. This card reminds us that we have star power and star potential, but we are not the only star in the world. For when we switch on our light, we attract more star energy and even our own star family. So, in order to connect with this energy, visualize yourself shining like a star in the heart of the universe. See yourself radiating warmth and light. Let your energy become magnetic and draw more light and other stars to you. Be open to identifying these beings, they are your family. And the message is saying the stars have aligned. You have found the lost pieces of yourself and your energy, and now is your time to shine. You are magnetic, attracting people, energies, and opportunities that will allow your dreams to unfold. This is a time of one wishes fulfilled. All of your dedication, focus, and dreaming has paid off, and now you can reap the rewards. It's important for you to know that this plane of existence is your rightful place and not to be spent too much time trying to transcend this reality, for you choose to be here at this time. Make the most of this powerful opportunity. If you are feeling particularly connected to certain individuals at this time, it's because you are finding your star family, beings you connect with before you entered the cycle of physical incarnation. And as long as you are connected to yourself, you are home. So powerful, and I'm so blessed that every time um, I pull the card, the oracle card is so in tune with these energies. Also, I was talking about the full card in the tarot, that it's telling us to embrace the journey, a new journey. But also in tarot, there's also the star, which also connects with the energy of Aquarius. And the star is telling us that we need to heal inside of ourselves in order to connect with um, with our soul more and shine from that space into the world. Bring that light into the world. Amazing, beautiful, and powerful message. I hope it gave you the inspiration that you needed. And now is more than 1 hour. This live, usually it's around 1 hour. Tonight it's a bit longer, but it's fine. I hope it was okay with you. As I said at the beginning, I also have the time stamps that I'm going to put in the description for you to go in a specific area of this live if you are not necessarily interested in all of them. So we are going to now close the circle, and by doing that, I want you to close the eyes, and I'm going to set the invocation again and saying thanks to everyone that was with us tonight. So I recommend you to close your eyes and hands in prayers, and I'm going to say the invocation of closing the sacred space. To the south, to the west, to the north, and to the east, to the Mother Earth and to the Father Sky, to our light beings, ancestors, guides, and higher self, we thank you for from the bottom of our hearts, from our soul, for being with us and inspiring us to heal us, to give us the awareness and consciousness of who we truly are in our core, and reminding us of who we are. That's mainly your help for us, and also helping us bring our purpose and mission into the world. We are not to evadate, like go out of this world. We are to embrace who we are and bring that into the world and ground ourselves into the world more and more. So thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who has watched with me live um, this circle. And for those of you that also watching after the recording, as always, I'm doing these lives for the new moon and the full moon. So I hope you guys are going to pop out and step and be with me from now on in this circle. They are very helpful for you to be more aware of what's going on, and also to clear the blockages that you might have in connecting with the energies. So I recommend doing them. So again, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, take care and namaste.